Hello everyone, this is Mr. Supnil Babusabharwade, lecturer at Sri Institute of Technology, Polytechnic, Yatra. I am again here with the second video of third lecture of management subject. Our chapter is directing and controlling at supervisory level. In this lecture, we are going to cover the 2 points, that is personal counseling and elaborating the decisions. Okay, so we start with the first one. Personal counseling. Counseling means the supervisor will counsel the workers or the subordinates. In that, supervisor is a counselor, advisor, or mentor of the worker. Unless and until he gets connected with the workers by above rules, that is, counselor, advisor, and mentor, it is difficult to achieve the excellence. Giving orders and instructions for getting work done is not only sufficient for smoother running of a production and healthy environment among the workers is an important feature of the success of the supervisor. Okay, so supervisor is nothing but a counselor, advisor, and mentor of the workers or the subordinates. Okay, then why personal counseling is needed? The first sub point, why personal counseling is needed. In that we have total 9 points. First one, people loses confidence in work. People loses confidence in work because due to repeated job failures, not concentrating at work, or they have any personal issues. Okay, so that they lose the confidence at work. Next, they need guidance to work properly with a full efficiency and in proper way to meet company's goal. They need guidance from the supervisor to the subordinates. Next, third point, sometimes they need support from the seniors as the newcomers are lagging in confidence, so they require support from their senior workers and from the supervisor. Okay, next, stress in a work is affecting mental condition. Stress in a work affecting the mental condition due to continuous work on machine with the set targets of the day, month, year is affecting the mental condition of the worker because day and day they are working the same thing with the targets, so that it may affect the mental condition of the worker. Okay. Next, few workers make repetitive mistakes. Few workers make repetitive mistakes due to non concentration, then non properly guided and not confident, so that these repetitive failures may occur or repetitive mistakes may occur. Next, sixth, performance of an individual or a team is seriously affected. See, in a company we are working in a team. When one has any problem, then it will affect the whole team. It influences the whole team or it influences the work of a whole team, and it reduces the production. Okay. Next, behavior and interpersonal relations are on a serious note. Behavior and interpersonal relations are on serious note due to failure of component. He or she will lose the confidence, and that will reflect in his behavior and interpersonal relations between the workers or at a home. Okay. Next, some workers are nervous due to reasons at work. They may require something different in environment at work than present environment with a few good reasons. Okay. Next, number ninth, that is motivational is needed to their output. See, motivation is required at most. It gives you the best output. So, the personal counseling is the one thing which can motivate the worker to work in line with the goal of the company, and he can also his own goal which could be in line with the company. Okay, so these are the some few points why the personal counseling is needed. Okay, next, yeah, when the supervisor going to counsel anyone, then what the properties he must have first, because every supervisor cannot be a counselor. Okay, so supervisor must have some properties so that it pertains to be a good counselor. Getting or not? So these are the some eight properties which tends to make a supervisor to a good counselor, and good counselor will give you the good output. will motivate the workers. Okay, so the what are the qualities that supervisor must have? We are giving here. Okay, so first one is the main thing, that is stable mind, because when any chaos created in a company, he or she will handle the situation with unbiased manner. With a stable mind, supervisor can give a correct solution with a stable mind. He cannot bias anything. He is giving a decisions in an unbiased manner. Okay, so stable mind is required. Anything happen in a company at any instant, at any level, anything is happened. Okay. Second, positive thinking. Positive thinking, it reflects that the always look plus points from diverse conditions at work. Means supervisor must look at the positive things. He must think in a positive way so that company will grow. Okay, and its stakeholders will also grow. Next, listening ability. Ability means as to give any conclusion on any issue. First, he must listen whole issue from all sides and then give a proper decision. So, for listening or to listen from every worker in a chaos, you must have a listening ability, because every worker has its own view, and you must listen them, and after listening all the workers, you must give your decision. So, supervisor must have the listening ability. Next, understanding the body language. Understanding the body language, he must understand the body language of workers so that he give decisions and orders correctly. Okay. Next, sensitive mind. Any situation like any accident in a company, the supervisor must be sensitized to handle it in a humanitarian way. Means he must be sensitized about the workers. Next, problem solving nature. He or she must come up with the number of solutions to problem by creative thinking or by his experience. Okay. Next, good communication skill. This is at most required in company, because some issues can be only solved with a good communication. Okay. The supervisor who have the good communication, he can correct any type of issue. Okay. Then motivational approach. This is, he must be motivate the workers so that they can perform better. Motivation should be in line with the profit of the workers and a company. So these are the 8 characters that supervisor must have to be a counselor. That is stable mind, positive thinking, listening ability, understanding body language, sensitive mind, problem solving nature, good communication skill, and motivational approach. Next, we have next, that is advanced predictions of possible mistakes. Advanced prediction of possible mistakes. This is a skill which is logical also. If you want to become a successful as a supervisor, then you must think in a such a way that you can predict what mistakes are possible in future. Means you must do a forecasting of failures. As a supervisor, you must forecast the failures. Okay. So this is what the advanced prediction of possible mistakes. So in this way, our first point, that is how to do such predictions. Okay. Then in that way, of 4 points, how to do such predictions. First, understand present scenario. Understand present scenario. Total scenario means at present what the total input is, what the total current output is, daily targets, daily fault history analysis, and some more are there. This must be with you. So you know the current situation in the company so that you can forecast on the basis of that current scenario. Okay. Then find out deviations in work from the planned work. Find out the deviations in work from the planned work. You must have the close look at the work, the daily targets, the finished, in process, or the failed component, so that you can find out the deviation in a work. or in a planned work. Okay. Next, project the future as per the present status of the work. Project the future as per the present status of the work. Forecasting the output will be after few days, after some months or targets, so that you can predict the possibilities or the mistakes will be after some days. Means you need to have the forecasting on a present status of the work, means in how much time period the whole target will complete. This will be the forecasting. Okay. Then fourth one, predict what bad, poor, improper, mistake or shortcoming that can occur. This requires the forecasting and experience and close look at works, so that you can get what is a bad, what is a poor, what is improper, what is a mistake or what is a shortcoming that can occur and which can harmly lower down your production, okay, or your targets. These are the 4 points to how to do a such predictions. Next, which is the use of such predictions? What is the use? First, we can prepare for the losses. We can prepare for the losses, so that preventive measures can be taken to lower down the amplitude of the failure, so that we can do a preventive maintenance or the measures can be taken to lower down the amplitude of the failure. Second, losses can be minimized. Losses can be minimized by prediction and work on faults. We can minimize the failure. Third, action can be taken to avoid or reduce such a future mistakes. Actions can be taken to avoid or reduce such a failure, such a future mistakes. Preventive action must be taken to avoid or to reduce such future mistakes. Next, corrections in the present status can lead into the achievement as per the plans. Correct action at a present may lead into the fulfill your targets with zero failure or with a no failure. Okay, so this is the use of prediction, which will improve your targets, which will improve your production, which will improve your profit, so that that profit will reflect in the profit of the stakeholders. Okay. Next, this is second point, that is elaborating the decisions. Elaborating means explaining the decision, because what happens, many times the subordinates are not aware of the reasons of decisions taken by the higher authorities or the higher management, so that there is a confusion among them. Hence, decision may be elaborated in certain cases, but every case you should not explain or elaborate the decision to the workers. Okay, so elaborating decision means explaining the decision to the workers, but in not in every case. Okay, so first sub point, what is the need to elaborate the decisions? What is the need to elaborate the decisions? First, to create awareness about the decision. In this, workers get aware about the decisions and they work with the full efficiency. If they have any confusion about any decision, they cannot work with the full efficiency. They start to gossiping in between, so that it will affect the work, it will affect the targets, it will affect the production, it will affect the profit. Okay, so this is a chain process. So you must create the awareness about the decision, so that workers will work with the full efficiency. They doesn't have any mistake in their work. Okay. Then second, to emphasis policies of the management, to emphasis on the policies of company and taking care that they must be in line with the workers goal. See, the policies of the management, when it is in line with the company's workers, the company workers also work with the full efficiency to complete the targets, and that workers goal will be in line with the company's goal. Then and then only company will get a good profit for their work or for their company. Okay. Next, to avoid the confusion, clearing the view of every worker about every decision is required, because if there is a confusion, there will be gossips, there will be successive failures, there will be successive mistakes, that again going to lead to the less profit to the company. Next, to restrict gossiping in lower level of organization. Gossipings are always happens at a lower level in the organization, because the upper level in the management level, those are known very well about the decision, but the lower level in organization are just having few things in the decisions, so they start to gossiping about it. Okay, and confusion leads to the gossiping. It reduces the work efficiency and less production. So restrict gossiping and improve the work. Okay, next, to get clarity about their future work, worker must feel that his or her future is secured in a company, and he will have good work as at this company in future also, and this company will serve him for a next few years. Okay, so the workers feel good at a company. Okay, next, to understand the duties and responsibilities regarding these decisions, worker must clear with his own duties and responsibilities. Okay, so these are the need of elaborate the decisions. Okay, next, elaborating the decisions, we have three ways. First is a in written document. Okay, when there is a number of workers or more, then we can have a written document. Second, by conducting the meeting. By conduct means if you have the few workers in company, you can have a meeting. Okay, and third is by counseling. Counseling is required when there is an issue in the workers, then you require the one-to-one counseling to nurture your decision. Okay, so these are the three ways by which you can elaborate or explain your decision. That is by first written document, second by conducting the meeting, it may be a informal meeting or formal meetings. Okay, and by third by the counseling, one-to-one counseling. Okay, next, which kind of decisions can be elaborated, what type of decisions can be taken. Okay, or which type of decision which can be explained to the workers. First, uniform. If any issues is there about it, you must explain them to the worker. Okay, next, extended time hours. Due to increased production demand from the end company, you must increase the time hours, and that can be explained to the workers easily, so that the extended time period also benefit you. Okay, next, third, bonus and benefits. Bonus and benefits will be extended in such a way that bonus for this year, bonus for next year, how much it will be increased, this will be clear to the workers. Then schedule changes as per the management plans or the higher authority plans, that can be given to the workers about the schedule change. Okay, next, transfers. This transfer may be the intercompany transfer or in brother company transfer. Okay, so transfer must be clear among the workers. If it is not clear, it will create the chaos among the workers, and it will may reduce the confidence of worker on a company. Okay, and this may lead to again some other failures or other mistakes. Okay, next, need of training. Need of training to the worker is can be only suggested by the supervisor, because supervisor have a close look at the workers. So if he suggests the need of training, the company will give the training to the workers. Okay, next, these are the some decisions which can be elaborated. That is uniform, extended time hours, bonus and benefits, scheduled changes, then transfers and need of training. Next, laying disciplinary standards in overall working. Why that discipline is required at a company? Okay, so this is what about the laying the disciplinary standards in overall working. First, importance of disciplinary standards. Importance of disciplinary standards in that, first, quality in work performance. Quality meets the set targets without failure and which improve the profit of the company. So, quality is required in the work. Next, time factor allowed, followed. Sorry, time factor followed. Worker must be in time in the company before some 10 minutes in a company, so that he must follow the time factor. Okay. Next, work standardization gets improved. Standardization like Six Sigma, Kaizen will be there. It must be maintained in the company so that workers also feel that he is doing a standardized work in a standardized way, so that he feel good at work, he will increase its own efficiency, and it will create a good condition at work so that he will work with a more efficiency. Okay. Next, 4, losses are reduced. Losses reduced, improve the profit, leads to the benefit to the company, and it reflects into the stakeholders. Okay, so this is the importance of disciplinary standards. Next, we will have the ways in laying the disciplinary standards. How we can laying the disciplinary standards. First, policy decisions in discipline. Management policies must be such that it inculcate the discipline in the workers. When worker get disciplined, they will show you the standards in working. Okay, so the management policies are must inculcate the discipline in the workers. It may take some time, but at the end, all the workers must follow the disciplines. Okay. Next, disciplinary actions. These actions must be taken to meet the standards in the company. Okay. Next, seriousness in following discipline. Seriousness in following the disciplines. Improved seriousness among the workers. Improved the seriousness among the workers. Some actions must be taken so that some workers or some senior workers who are not been used of to follow the discipline, they will start to follow the discipline. Otherwise, what will happen? Some will follow, some will not follow. This will again create the chaos. Okay, so the action must be there so that all the workers or the seniors, juniors, all they are follow the discipline. Okay, training for discipline. Training for discipline. Training the workers to follow the discipline. Okay, so that first train the senior workers. If senior workers to start to work as per the discipline manners, then juniors are work with the same way. Okay, because juniors are always looking at the seniors, how they work, they will work the same way. Okay. Fifth, awards to the disciplined practices. Awards to the disciplined practices. Awards will encourage others to practice and inculcate the discipline within himself. Okay, so awards will inculcate or encourage the workers to the disciplined manners. Next, punishment to non-disciplined employees. Punishment to the non-disciplined employees. Punishment must be given to make them serious about the disciplines. Okay. Next, time in, time out, on time, before time. Worker must follow the timings in the company. Next, quality, zero error. Worker must follow, sorry, quality is zero error. Disciplinary standards will improve the working nature, and it will lower down the error up to zero error. Zero error is not possible, but we can have up to the 99.99%. Okay. Next, last one is the behavior. Controlled most emotions and sober nature. Worker must be emotionally stable so that it can work efficiently for your company, for his own targets, for his own set goals. Okay, so this is about the ways in which disciplinary standards can be laid down. Okay, so this is for today's lecture. Thank you everyone for listening well. Thank you one and all.